Hey, everybody, it's Boog Shambi. Welcome to the show. Hi, folks. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. The first half of the All-Star break is behind us, and partner, it's go time in the second half.
And if you want to be playing meaningful games at the end of September, you got to put your head down and grind for the next 8 weeks.
It's the Baltimore Orioles taking on the Minnesota Twins. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Today's starting pitcher, Dean Kramer. What do we have on him?
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
Ready to go now, Gunnar Henderson digs in now, and this one is off and running.
First pitch, 640.
Ball.
Just off the inside edge. And that's off the inside edge. And the count is 3-1. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
In steps the polar bear, Pete Alonso. That's in there, and that is strike one. Henderson aboard here at first with nobody out. Runner takes off, pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Well, he's batting leadoff, and he's acting like a traditional leadoff hitter. Gets on base to start the game, then puts himself on second with a nice stolen bag. I think that sets the tone for the offense for sure.
Into center. And that's a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He scores, and they have the lead. It's an RBI single, 1-0.
Well, that was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get into scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
And next for the Orioles, Jackson Holliday. That one finds the zone. Strike one. And a big swing and a miss.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a splitter. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. And Chris, this group has been struggling to put up runs lately.
Well, they haven't been on base a ton, and even when they are, they haven't been hitting very well with runners on base. So they need a player or two to really step up, have some quality at bats, hit according to the situation, and sort of break out of this. I think if they do, the rest of this lineup will follow.
Tyler O'Neill, batting with one down, takes a strike. Man at first, one away. Right through there for a strike. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Beavers in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Right through there for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Up the middle, Culpepper. They take the force out. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. Back at Target Field. And getting the start for Baltimore, Trevor Rogers. What do you have on him, Singy?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Digging in, Austin Martin. Back in Minnesota, here's Leody Taveras. He's going to finish with a new career high in stolen bases, Chris. Swung on, popped up left side. And just foul.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Goes down looking.
No, that's almost just not fair with that pitch. I mean, until the very last second, looked like it was going to be well in off the plate, but the arm side run brought it right back to catch the inside corner. Tell you what, frustrating as a hitter, you give up on the pitch. I honestly don't know what you're supposed to do with that as a hitter other than just tip your cap as you walk back to the dugout.
Joe McDonald, our umpire behind the dish.
Yeah, Boog, Joey Mack. Sometimes a little tough to figure out. We may see some hitters and pitchers asking him where a pitch was here or there, but most of the time he keeps it reasonable.
Here's a 1-1. Right through there for a strike. And that one is lifted in the air. Martin on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Batting eighth, the center fielder, Colton Cowser.
Now it's going to be Colton Cowser. On the ground. And it finds its way through for a hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Batting ninth, the catcher.
Here's the catcher to hit, Carlos Narvaez. In there for strike one. Hit on the ground to short, Culpepper. Over to first, and the inning is over. One left for the Orioles. They lead it 1-0. Back at target field. Now it's the Twins DH, Josh Bell.
Josh Bell.
New inning getting started. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Gunnar Henderson. Henderson throws right, bats left. He made his major league debut in 2023, and he was a second-round pick back in 2019. That one fouled off. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Ball.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The 2-2 now. Ground ball right side, and that's just foul.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Fastball is outside. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Up next for the Orioles,
here's Pete Alonso.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
No, that's a ball.
That's ripped. Base hit. Makes the turn at second, heads for third. The relay throw. He's in there.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Jackson Holiday, the next to hit for the Orioles. Swinging a foul straight back. Foul ball there. Time called. Chance to collect himself down 0-2. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Well, a well-thrown splitter is going to do exactly that. Get you off balance, thinking it's a fastball. Very similar to a changeup, but oftentimes a split's going to have even more downward movement with more velocity. Good pitch.
Here's Tyler O'Neill.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Off the mark there, and that's ball 1. Two on, 1 out.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
That's in there. That's strike 1. On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul. 2-2 down. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Runners at the corners, 1 away. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Now one missed. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. And he calls for time now in the box. A chance to collect himself in the middle of this long at bat. And they're all loaded up.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Here's the left fielder, Dylan Beavers. Golden opportunity right here. Fouls away the first offering.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Swings through that one out in front that time. Henderson, the runner at third. Alonso on second. O'Neill at first. 1 gone.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That's ripped into the outfield. Brings it in. Runners tag up from second and third. Runner from third in to score. In there safely.
Well, he hit that one pretty well. I think it would have been a lot more than a sac fly if not for that nice play by the outfielder to track it down. Good job of getting the run in.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Leody Taveras. Struck out looking his first time. Right through there for a strike.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a ball lifted left field, and that is that. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Orioles 2 and the Twins nothing. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Twins, Victor Caratini. back in Minnesota. Start of the fourth. Kobe Mayo getting ready to hit.
Mayo.
You know, these Orioles doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there. They're sticking to their game plan, and it's working.
Ball, no.
Strike 2. Swing and a bouncer. Lee sends it across to first, and one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man.
The center fielder, Colton Cowser.
Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up.
Ball outside. Hurry. Ball 2.
And that one misses up and in. And now 3-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. 3-2. Payoff pitch. Ripped to third and caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
So up next, Carlos Narvaez. Grounded out his first time.
Ball 1. Ball 2.
Some movement in the Twins bullpen. Tommy Nance, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Number 78 getting cranked up as well. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Just
down.
missed. Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 1.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
2 down, nobody on. On the ground, right side. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. It's the Orioles 2 and the Twins nothing. Bottom of the inning, and now the Twins catcher, Ryan Jeffers. Tommy Nance on to pitch here.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Gunnar Henderson now at the plate. Swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
And that drops in for a strike.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Gets under it and pops it up. Lee has a beat on it. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Orioles, the first baseman, number 25, Pete Alonso.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso.
Really nice swing in his last at bat. Shot a line drive into center field.
Yep. Ball.
Way out front for strike two.
No, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. You talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Just misses with that one.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Two down, base is empty. And next for the Orioles, Jackson Holliday, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That's in for a strike.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Two down, nobody on. Breaking ball, and that got him.
The batter, number 9, designated hitter.
Now it's the DH, Tyler O'Neill. He is struck out, and he is walked. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
Well, we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball to slug is getting heavily favored over any discipline or strikeout concerns.
Holliday off of first with 2 away. In the dirt, blocked. Ball to strike. The pitch.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
The 1-2. And a slider misses down and away. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. And the Orioles lead 1, but they still lead it 2-1. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now for the Twins, Victor Caratini. Back in Target Field, start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Dylan Beavers. Outside with a breaking ball.
You know, these Orioles putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
Just missed.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter, but he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
Tavares up to the plate for the 3rd time as he looks at one down low. Right through there for a strike. Quick move to first. Beavers dives back in safely.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
The 2-1. Breaking ball through there for a strike. That just misses. And now it's 3-2. Ripped to third and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Mayo, 24 years old, made his big league debut in 2025, and he was drafted in the 4th round in 2020. Mayo at the plate now. That's ball 1. High fly ball, right field. Keishel takes it in for the out. 2 down.
Up next for the Orioles, the center fielder, Colton Cowser.
Derek Shelton out of the dugout, and he will make the move. Tommy Nance out of the game. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching.
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, number 78.
Well, I got to think he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team, and there's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old squad.
And now it's going to be Colton Cowser, 1 for 2. That clips the corner.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball, just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
This one smoked on its way out of here. He circles the bases, and they cut into the deficit. It's 6-4.
Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ball game.
So 2 down. Now the Orioles catcher, Carlos Narvaez.
Ball.
The 1-0. This one in the air center field. Kreidler on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 runs on 1 hit. The 2-run homer. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Twins 6 and the O's 4. Back in Minnesota. Where we go bottom 6.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across.
So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Orioles, Albert Suarez.
And he's had his struggles so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
You're out.
Back in target field, here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Gunnar Henderson.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. You always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits. 0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. In the air, left field, down the line, and he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball.
Ball.
Inside, ball 3. And a foul ball, he stays alive. 3-2 now. Got him looking. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. So digging in, Pete Alonso. The Orioles down by a pair here in the top half of inning number 7. Swings and misses, and it's 0-2.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Back up the middle and a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Great recovery in this one. Early in the count, he looked lost, but finished strong with a nice line drive.
Jackson Holliday, the next to hit for the Orioles. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Tying run at the plate.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Just missed. Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 2.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game. I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach. Figure out how they're beating him. Make this adjustment really quick because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Number 78 is done. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. On the mound now for the Twins, Jeff Hoffman.
Well, he's got electric stuff coming out of the pen. His strikeout rate, though, is through the roof so far this season.
Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Tyler O'Neill. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. Alonso, the runner, first with 2 gone. And before The 0-1, he asks for time. Comes up empty.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
The 0-2. That one ran inside, almost got him. The tying run at the plate. Got it. That ends the frame. So the Twins pen delivers in that spot. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Twins 6 and the O's 4. Bottom of the 7th, and now for the Twins, Luke Keeschel.
Number 15, Luke Keeschel. Now pitching for the
Coming on for the Orioles, number 76.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
For the top of the 8th, leading off, Dylan Beavers.
No, that's a ball.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Right down to shoot. That is strike 2. That one to first. It's through for a hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Leody Taveras. 0 for 3 in this one. Hoffman keeping him close. Fastball for a strike. Runner on the move. That's in for a strike. Not in time. He's safe. The Orioles with the tying run at the plate, and we're at the top of the 8th. Line drive, that's a base hit. And they get it in quickly. First and third now with nobody out.
Now just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Here's the third baseman, Kobe Mayo. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. He was late there. Strike one.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Gets him to chase after that one.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
And time called at the plate. Maybe trying to slow things down here at a crucial spot. Stays alive. Next offering upstairs.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. That's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
Got him swinging for the K. Huge strikeout there.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Cowser in the box now. Takes strike one. Two on, 1 out. And that one fouled off. Now a pop-up on the infield. Culpepper. And there's 2 away.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Yoendrys Gomez.
Well, walks have certainly been an issue for him this season, so we'll see what kind of command he has.
Narvaez in the box now. Takes strike one.
Clearly taking all the way right there. I think he's just trying to measure up this new arm out there on the mound.
That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. One more out. They'll probably hand it off to their closer. The 9th with at least a 2-run lead.
So now a pinch hitter for the catcher, Jeremiah Jackson. Big spot for him here. Beavers on third. Taveras at first. 2 out of the inning. Out to short. They get the force, and that is that. A couple of hits in the inning, but they can't get him home. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Twins 6 and the O's 4. So coming into the game now on defense, Joel Pozo. He takes over behind the plate. Stepping in, Ryan Kreidler.
The center fielder, number 5, Ryan Kreidler.
We go to the 9th. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Gunnar Henderson.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Late on that fastball. And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. Left field. And that'll fall for a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with hitters trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Next to hit, Pete Alonso. And that one fouled off. The 0-1.
Ball one.
The Twins trying to close out a 2-run lead here in the top of the ninth. In the air, right field. And there's one down.
The batter number 7, second baseman, Jackson
Holliday, the next to hit for the Orioles. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. That one is absolutely belted. And that's a foul ball. Henderson stands at first with one out. And he takes one right on the black. It balls 2 strikes. Now a quick throw to first. And he's back in there. Runner on the go. Pitch misses. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
Well, he picked over once just before the pitch to check on him, but that didn't seem to slow up his jump on the pitch at all. I think that guy's been studying some video. Awesome job to be prepared, got the timing down, and he gets into scoring position.
Man at second. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count.
That was the emergency hack right there.
The 1-2. That to right. Keishel under it. He's got it. Runner tags at second, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone.
The batter number 9, designated hitter, Tyler.
So they're down to their final out. Next to hit, Tyler O'Neill. Fastball for a strike.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take, gets ahead in the count.
Finds his way through, base hit. In to score from third. It's an RBI single, and now they trail by 1. Now back in safely at first.
Big time at bat right there. Comes through, and they're back within a run. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Orioles an out away. Dylan Beaver. Now a rip into left center. And that'll wrap it up. The Twins hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.